Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Alexis Renee, and this video is a message on James 3. I was in my Bible the other day. This is page 1047 for any of you who know me. They know that number is significant in my life. But we're in the passage of James 3, and I started this night in James 2, and I didn't really pick up on anything super significant that I felt like God was talking to me out in James 2, other than the title of this section that says true faith evidenced by works. And I am a person who has, like everybody else, had struggles in my faith and been unsure of whether or not I'm even doing the right thing, first of all, whether or not I'm following the right path, I'm following the right person, all of that. And faith, the word faith has always been a big pin in my life. And here it says this heading here, true faith evidenced by works, past tense, evidenced. Your faith will be proven in who you are, in the path that you walk, in the steps that you take will prove your faith. You know, I worried about being, not on fire enough for God, not doing enough for God, not listening well enough, not obeying well enough. And I'm a human. My faith will show that I'm trying to do good. So I loved that point. I read on, and the header above chapter 3 is true faith evidenced by words. And at this point, I had gotten very into what the Lord was saying to me, as you can see, and I really felt him tugging on me, so I really wanted to know what he was talking about here. And verse 1 of chapter 3 says, "My brethren, be not many masters, knowing that we shall receive the greater condemnation." Know who your master is. Be of only one master, and know that you're receive the greater condemnation. We are children of the Most High God. We are his children, and we deserve just as much as he deserves, if not more. He deserves even more for us to follow him and know your master, know where you come from, speak life, speak like you know where you come from. For in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in word, in the same is a perfect man, and able also to bridle his whole body. So, verse 3 says, "Behold, we put bits in the horses' mouths that they may obey us, and we turn about their whole body." So the bit, I'll put a picture up. The bit of a bridle is the small bar that goes into a horse's mouth, and from that bit you can pull on each side of the reins and control the horse and move the horse into any direction at any speed that you wanted, proving that there's great power in the tongue. "Behold also the ships, which though they be so great, and are driven of fierce winds, yet they are turned with a very small helm, whithersoever the governor listeth." So the helm is like where the steering wheel for the boat is, And it is such a small piece that will control the entire vessel, just like our tongue. Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. This also made me think about trains, and God likes to talk to me in trains, in some ways. But a train, you dump the coals, and that is what propels the entire train to go forward or backward. It is just quite unbelievable, truly. And the tongue is of fire, a world of iniquity. So the tongue is among our members, that it defileth the whole body. The whole body? The whole body? Yes, the whole body. There's great power in our tongue. We have the power to speak life or death over our lives. And this is where the Lord really sat me down this night and was like, yeah, dude, listen to yourself. Do you hear what you're saying? The words that you say will creep in to every wrinkle of your brain, and your brain will look for evidence to prove what you are telling it. So if you're telling yourself, I'm ugly, everybody hates me, I will never accomplish anything because A, B, C, and D, well, yeah, because that's what you're telling your brain, and your brain is chemically looking, scientifically looking for a reason to prove that you are correct, because that is our human nature, because we are flesh and we are of a human nature. That is what our flesh just does. For every kind of beasts, and of birds, and of serpents, and things in the sea is tamed, and hath been tamed of mankind. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. When we get caught up in cycles of self-doubt or self-loathing, which I am so guilty of, I get wrapped up in telling myself just the nastiest things about myself that I think I could possibly ever try to come up with. And it's truly gross. It really is gross. Like, I should not be treating myself that way, because one, I'm a child of God above anything, and He made me in His own image, so how dare I say that about myself? And two, I wouldn't say that about somebody else. Why would I say that about myself? All I'm saying is God will bring revelation in every place that He can. When I don't even think that this was what He was talking about here in James 3, but this is what I picked up. Kindness to yourself, self-love, and not the self-love to where we completely abandon all of the rules that we've been taught, but just self-love and understanding the grace that God has for us and allowing that grace to overflow in ourselves, giving that to ourselves. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. Therewith bless we God, even the Father, and therewith curse we men, which are made after the similitude of God. Out of the same mouth proceedeth blessing and cursing. My brethren, these things ought not so to be. So can no fountain both yield sweet water and fresh. Always, always, always be mindful of what you are saying. Speak life over every situation you are in. When you speak, you have power in your tongue. There is great, great power in the words that you say. If our words can send prayers up to God, imagine what they can do for yourself, what they can do to yourself. Please always be mindful, because you are talking about a child of God. point blank, period, plain and simple, that's what you're doing. You are talking about a creation of the Father. I don't know about you, but I don't want to upset God because I was calling one of his children some mean names. I wouldn't do it to a stranger. I shouldn't do it to myself. And if you wouldn't do it to yourself, don't do it to a stranger. So, speak life over every situation. Your tongue holds so much power. Learn to tame your tongue. I am struggling with it, trust me. I'm working on it. I really am. But it always goes to me. It always will apply to me before I apply it to anybody else, because I'm preaching to me first, honestly. So, Lord, do you have anything else for me to say? God loves you. I love you. He loves you way more. I hope that he blesses you and you see all of the blessings and the little things that he sends you. Thank him for waking you up with the sun and sending you flowers this spring. Thank him for the songs of the birds who sing to him, and take time to be grateful. Just a couple seconds, whenever you think about it, just take time to be grateful. Speak life. He loves you. I love you.